Are all relationship transactional? I would say yes. All relationship are transactional, whichever way you want to put it. You may not agree with me, and I don't give a damn if you don't. But there's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to prove to you that every single relationship is transitional. There has to be something that drove those two partners together to want to be in a relationship, and whatever it is that drove them together was or has to be transactional, one way or the other. And when I talk about transactional, by the way, I'm not attaching a monetary value to this, because I know when we talk about transactional, the first thing we want to gravitate towards is the monetary aspect, though there may be some transactional relationship out there whereby a woman is drawn to a man who is making a lot of money, and she is with him because of the stability this man provides. So it is another form of transactional relationship. But I am here to say that all relationship across the board, whichever way you want to put it, is transactional. Meaning, she may like the color of your eyes, and she wants to be with you because of the color of your eyes. So the color of your eyes is the transactional aspect in this relationship for her. He may likes her smile. The fact that she smiles so funny, that is the reason why he is with her. He may like her eyes. Oh my gosh, she has beautiful eyes. The color of her eyes, the way she looks, the way she talks, that is transactional. It doesn't matter which way you put it. If you are getting something from your partner that makes you happy, that makes you want to be with them, that made you choose them among countless women or men, that was transactional. I know you say, well, Rose, how can you call it transactional? There isn't a monetary value attached to this. Transactional doesn't always involve money. I am saying that every relationship on this planet is transactional because there isn't a way you can form an interest in someone without some benefit to you. Simple as that. You don't like the way it sounds, so be it. You might be holier than me, because I don't think I am, The way I talk on this, I don't think I am. I don't want to be either. I hate it when people pretend and they don't want to see the world for what it is. Yes, every single relationship you can ever think of is transactional, including your parents' relationship. Your mom may have liked your father because he is 6'3", 6 feet, or your father is a midget. She may like him just like that, just the way it is. Because of his height, she decided to marry him. So it was transactional. How else are you going to put this into a contest without putting the interest of the other partner as a transactional interest? What do you get out of looking at a woman with brown eyes and you married her because you wanted to look at her brown eyes every day? It is transactional, and what is giving off that transaction is the feelings you get by looking at her. That little feelings is where the transaction happens. Okay, there is a reason why we are drawn to certain people and we aren't drawn to certain people. There's something that we get out of talking to someone we like. Liking someone is transactional. That's how come I know I will always go back to the certain men, if they approach a woman and the woman reject them, they will take anything to be around her than not being around her. So therefore, they may decide not to approach her directly and tell her exactly what they want from her because of fear of rejection, meaning the likelihood of that woman rejecting them is so high to a point where they don't want to take the risk. They rather be around her, talk to her, look at her smile. That within itself is transactional, because he gets satisfaction just by being around her, or she may have a crush on him, because she's afraid to tell him, he may have a girlfriend, or she is not his cup of tea, and she knows that. So she rather hide her feelings towards this man and just be around him, because she gets satisfaction. She will accept that man smiling at her, talking to her, they being friends over not being friends. So that is transactional. I know it sounds really bad in the ears for certain people, like, what? Are you saying everything is transactional? You tell me otherwise. What else do you think it isn't transactional? When a woman gets with a rich man, now we are going to talk about the monetary value or the monetary aspect of transaction. Because when initially I said every relationship is transactional, you thought I was referring to money. Now let's discuss that monetary aspect. When the rich man goes to town, every woman think he is very attractive. Even though he isn't attractive, they are attracted to his money, isn't it? So that is within itself is transactional. What is causing this woman to be attracted to this man who doesn't look good anyway? Is the money. So they want that transaction to rather give in their happiness and be with a man who has all the means, because of the transaction. It's like an older person and a younger woman relationship, right? Let's say he is 70 and his girlfriend is 30. It is transactional. Yes, she is going to get the stability. Hopefully he has money. Oftentimes, those old men happen to have money, because that's the only way he can pull a woman that young for his age, because he's not going to perform in the bedroom either way. So there has to be some substance that she sees or she wants to get, which is comfort. Comfort, okay? She sees comfort in that. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do this and do that. She is not settling. She is giving up her youth for stability. How do you call that? Transactional relationship. Because you guys are living under a rock and you don't want to accept the fact that it doesn't matter what the nature of your relationship is with your partner. It is transactional. The fact that the mere fact that your partner married you, it has to be transactional. He married you because he was attracted to you. But hey, let's go back. What was the exact reason why he was attracted to you? Well, it's because of my behavior, because I'm a good girl. Okay, that's transactional. Because you're a good girl, you're not a bad girl? Transactional. He is marrying you because of your behavior, because you care about him. You caring for him and loving him is transactional. You are giving something for something. You are loving him because of his behavior, or he is in love with you because of his behavior. It is symbiotic relationship whereby one person is giving the look, maybe the beautiful green eyes or beautiful blue eyes, beautiful brown eyes, beautiful black eye. Let's put the black eye there. If that is a thing, okay? A purple, if that is a thing. You understand? So because of that, they want to look at that eyes. Those eyes every night or every day, or they want their children to have those set of eyes. That is transactional. Or they want their kid to look like their husband. That's transactional. You looked at him, he looks so handsome. You want your kid to look like him. Oh, fine. Transactional. How about that? He has a stable job. Transactional. She wants to settle for the comfort. Transactional. She wants to be stay-at-home mom and someone who is making a lot of money. Transactional. I know people do not want to acknowledge what is in their faces, because they want to, societal norm. They want to fit within the societal norms, the status quo. Oh my God, don't talk like this. That is not good. They are together because they love each other. Are you crazy? You don't think love comes with conditions? Those conditions that love requires are transactional. Oh yeah, you are failing to acknowledge that because for some reason you want to be the well-behaved girl. So be it. I'm not. I am not the type. I'm not well-behaved. In that case, you win, and I am the biggest loser, and I'm fine with that. I cannot compete with delusion. When people are delusional and they have certain mindset or perfect picture of how love's supposed to be like, I cannot compete with that. I really cannot, because that's where I feel defeated. If you are grown and you fail to understand that nothing is free under the sun, even love isn't free. Why did love die? If love was so free, and you want to tell me your relationship had no condition, no transactional condition attached to it, now I am going to question your behind. Why do love fail again? Why do people fall out of love? What happens there? There's a mismatch. What happened? They say, well, it's because I didn't like him anymore. That's how come I fell out of love with him. Just like that. Yes. Oh, I think it was over time. I don't think it's that simple. Falling out of love with someone that you once loved isn't that simple. It's complex. Then you want to admit what happens when people fall in love. The transactional aspect of what they were getting from their partner that made them love this partner has died, or they're not being provided for. When I say provider for, it can be monetary or just whatever it is that man or that woman used to provide for this man. Maybe it's the ex in the bedroom. She's not performing as well as she used to because he has kids and other responsibilities, because she is overworked. She's not performing as she used to. She's not catering to his sexual need as she used to. And now he feels as if he has to divorce. He has fell out of love with her. You wouldn't call that transactional. When she was delivering as he wanted to, giving him everything he wanted to his liking, he never thought of a divorce. So don't you think love has conditions? And the condition that love requires are purely transactional than emotional. Okay, now, when we talk about transactional and symbiotic, we cannot talk about the transactional aspect of love without attaching emotions in there. Okay? Because if it was purely transactional, it wouldn't make sense. That's where the emotional aspect is going to be discussed. Now, before someone's develop emotional attachment towards their partner or towards another human being, the transactional aspect, the symbiotic relationship, what they get from the relationship and what their partner get from the relationship is going to determine the emotional tag. This aspect is going to determine if this should attach an emotional tag to this, because transactional relationship can happen without the emotional tags, meaning that okay, now I'm going to give you guys an example of where a transactional relationship can take place without the emotional tags being attached. Friend with benefits. What do they get out of that benefit? Transactional relationship. Purely transactional without the emotional aspect. Like they have sat and discussed, we are just friends with benefit. We may get the benefit of sleeping with each other. We may get the benefits of you giving me moolah. We may get, moolah meaning money, okay? We may get the benefit of you helping me with this and that. Like they sat down and discussed the nature of their relationship. And they said, you know what? No string attached. Friend with benefit. No string attached. The string is the emotional tag. They say, I cannot attach an emotional tag to this. Let's say the man is married and he wants an extra conjugal relationship, extra marital relationship. He tells his mistress that the best I can do, if you want me to pay for your apartment, I will. Whatever financial assistance you want, I will. But I cannot give you any type of emotional reassurance. It's basically everything sexual. Symbiotic. You get my moolah and I get what I want. So this is where transactional relationship takes place without the emotional baggage or tag. Now, relationship can be forged purely transactional without the emotional aspect. But an emotional relationship cannot take place without transactional. Am I confusing you? I hope I'm not, because you have to really open up your mind if you want to understand where I'm coming from with my analogies, okay, or my point of views. I am saying that emotional relationship are attached to transactional relationship, but you can have a relationship that is purely transactional without emotion. I hope that is clear. And no relationships or marriages, I don't care the nature of the relation, married for 80 years if you claim, people cannot be married that long without any sort of transactional aspect. That is just the truth. You don't even have to take it for what it is. You cannot be married this long without the emotional aspect, okay, or the transactional aspect. That's it. You need those two catalysts to keep you in that marriage. People have to trade something for something for their liking. If a woman meets a man and she says, well, I like the way he talks to me, the way he treats me, that's why I don't mind marrying him. That reason is purely transactional. It's for her own benefit. She doesn't mind marrying him because of how he makes her feel. Do you see how marriages happen? Transactional, with the emotional attachment. Due to the fact that someone treats you so well, takes care of you financially, attend to your emotional need, is willing to be committed to you, those factors will be determining factors. Okay, I'm overusing the word factor, but determining factors as why you are going to marry this man. And the man will say, well, I want to marry her because she's youthful, she can bear me children, because I love her. Those reasons are transactional. You love her because she has the potential to carry on with your legacy. She has the potential to cater to you. She has the potential to love you back. That's what you're getting out of it. That's how come when people feel unappreciated. Now, when a man or a woman feels unappreciated, her her efforts are not being reciprocated. And reciprocity is when you give transaction and emotional back to the person giving you transaction and emotional input. Yes, when a man states that I invested my whole life into her and got nothing back, they are talking about the transactional plus emotional aspect of a relationship. Nothing back. What is he expecting to get back? What is he referring to? Transaction and emotion. Meaning he loved her for who she was. He wanted to be accepted and loved for the person that he is. Accepted and loved is this woman failed to transfer the transaction. She received, but she never transferred hers back. Meaning that's how one-sided relationships are forged. When one person is just giving in their transaction or investing their emotional, like investing their everything, just to find out that the other person doesn't feel the same, doesn't want to receive it, or doesn't want to give it back. Selfishness is when you are in an untransactional relationship and untransactional emotional tag. You are the one giving all the emotion. You are the one giving everything. And the other person doesn't care if you give or not, because they will never give you the same thing. Yeah. When feelings are not reciprocated, what happens is the other partner is left feeling used because they have given in a lot. So you want to reconsider my point Now, do you agree with what I just said, that every relationship is transactional? You need those transactional aspects, in your relationship in order for you to feel wanted. Because if you don't get it and you give, it's going to feel one-sided and you're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel as if there's something wrong with you. You may develop low self-esteem because it's not being reciprocated and you wonder what is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the person that you are giving your emotional to. You're investing on your emotional, and you're giving them everything, but they don't want you. They don't want to reciprocate, but they're obsessed with someone else. Life is not fair, guys. Life is not fair. Every relationship is transactional. And when we talk about attraction is transactional. Attraction may stem from a selfish point. If you were to ask me, attraction can be selfish. You may be attracted to someone who isn't attracted to you, but you don't care because you are attracted to them. Isn't that selfish? So let's put attraction in the aspect of transaction. Attraction is when, let's say, one-sided attraction. Let's talk about one-sided attraction. Somebody is attracted to someone else, and they have decided that as long as they are attracted to this person, it doesn't matter if the other person is not attracted to them. I think that's selfish. So it's one-sided transaction. Like, you know what? I'm going to give you my all. I don't mind. I don't give a damn if you don't give me any, as long as I have access to you. That's obsessive. That's how obsession starts. When a transaction is not being reciprocated and the person doesn't give a damn either you reciprocate it or not. That's how obsession starts. The biggest definition of obsession in my eyes is a one-sided transaction. Emotional transaction, physical transaction, like whatever it is you can think of. That is when they have accepted their failure and they have nothing to lose. They say, well, if you don't want me, if you don't want me, fine. As long as I can be around you, I can have access to you, as long as I can be with you. You would think a normal human being wouldn't want that. Most people are not normal on this street. That's how stalking start. People that stalk celebrities, they're obsessed with those celebrities because it's one-sided transaction. They give the energy that they have, the love that they have, and everything that they have, if knowingly that this celebrity will not even acknowledge them, and they are obsessed with that. Obsessive. So one-sided transaction can be a danger. Emotional investment, when someone doesn't mind emotionally investing in you, even though you don't reciprocate, I would say just stay away from them. It can turn into someone stalking you or someone being obsessed with you. And that's one transaction everybody should avoid, because it's an extreme. It went from one extreme to the next, and you don't want to be in it. So is every relationship, why do every relationship require transaction, emotional and physical, and all the above? I would say if those aspects are not in place, it wouldn't work. I'm so sorry, it wouldn't work. That is where we experience friend with benefit, one-sided love, one-sided this, people divorcing, people falling out of love, is when people are not in the symbiotic relationship. They are not accepting feelings and investment that come from the other party. This is when people break up. They're tired of each other. They're tired because they don't want to work towards accepting each other's input and investment, which is oftentimes emotional. Do you understand now? There isn't a relationship under the sun without benefit. It is all benefit and transitional driven. If someone doesn't benefit from a relationship, they wouldn't be in it. Why would they stay? I mean, how can you be something that doesn't help you? How can you invest in a relationship whereby you're the only one giving in all your emotion? Okay, one-sided investment. Why? I mean, that's the definition of a delusional, right? Why would you put yourself in a situation like that? Yeah, people do not mind. The people out there, they don't mind. And especially men. That's how come men remain in unhappy marriages whereby the love has died, meaning the wife has decided not to receive the emotional input from her husband, and the husband knows that he is no longer loved by the wife, and his ass is going to stay in that marriage. A man will find any and every reason to stay in a marriage that is not fulfilling. When we talk about fulfillment, we talk about a transactional relationship whereby it is one-sided now. It's not being reciprocated. That's when you see someone in a long-term marriage without satisfaction, but still decided to stay. For the sake. They have reasons. They say for the sake of the kid, for financial reasons. I just think those are excuses. When people want to make excuses as why they are not being loved, or when people are ashamed to accept that, to accept the true nature of their relationship, they come up with excuses. So every relationship is transactional. Yeah, there isn't anyone that can come here and convince me otherwise. This is I have just proven why it is transactional. Why do you want a woman with certain feature? Because of the transactional value that those features bring in your life. If you are with them, it's going to keep you going. It may keep you not to look at other women. So you don't want to call that transactional relationship then? Why are you particularly attracted to certain women and not attracted to the others? Because of the satisfaction you get with the type of woman you're attracted to. So everybody's type, when we talk about, what's your type, what we should have said is, which woman are you willing not to settle for, but are you willing to accept? To accept, because other women may be drawn to him, but he's not willing to accept those women. There has to be a particular woman that he will automatically be weakened by. Meaning, you know what? Take my emotion, take my money, take everything. Because of the transactional benefit he gets from those type of women. So therefore, you cannot come here and tell me, well, Rose, every relationship is not transactional. We are not sugar daddies here. Sugar daddy relationship, we all know that it is purely transactional too, without the emotion though. Yeah, you guys need to be able to make the distinction. It's purely transactional, and we know that it's just a bunch of foolish old men who have no game, and the game that they can, the only game they have is the money game. They lead with their money because they know that this young woman will not settle for them. They are old and raggedy, and therefore they will not find them attractive. The only thing they find attractive is money. So these are men that have accepted defeat, and they know what they're in for. They have accepted defeat in order for them to get validation, with the type of woman they want. It is transactional for sure, and we all know that. You want to ask, why is every relationship transactional? Why can't you have a relationship without the transactional aspect? Didn't you hear me when I said it was impossible to have a relationship without that? Yeah, because how can you be attracted to someone, how can you be attracted to someone? What causes attraction? That's my question. What causes attraction is what you get out of the other partner. Okay? It could be their intelligence. So why do you want to be with an intelligent person? Why do you want to be with a dummy? Why are you trying to force a relationship with an intelligent human? Why can't you just go and be with the dumbest animal in Babylon? It's because of what you get out of that. You get validation. right? You may get a social status. So those are transactional. Why do you want the social status? That comes with being with a smart person. That is it. So it's purely transactional, isn't it? Yeah, you and I, we know the truth, but maybe you don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept it. But if you didn't know, I'm here to tell you what it is. There isn't a relationship under the sun that isn't transactional. Again, uncommon theories, uncommon answer. My name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know. Thank you.